Good afternoon from sunny old Bratislava, Slovakia. I'm here for the next few days and I'm going to be checking out some interesting and mysterious things in and around the city. Let's check it out. First things first, they've got some very steep hills in Bratislava. I don't know if my aging body would make up that hill before collapsing. Thankfully, I've made it and I've arrived at the first destination. I'm currently at Slavin, which is a monument and burial ground for thousands of Soviet troops who died taking the city from the occupying Germans in April 1945. On the actual monument itself, you have the names of different towns and cities in Slovakia and the dates that they were liberated. So for example, you have Bratislava, liberated on the 4th of April 1945. Around here you have Žilina, liberated on the 30th of April 1945. You have Nitra, liberated on the 31st of March 1945. And Komarno, liberated on the 30th of March 1945. Here you have thousands of granite tablets with the names of the fallen Red Army soldiers. And not only does Slavin have such historical importance, but it also boasts spectacular views across the city. Now hopefully walking down Slavin Hill is easier than walking up it, otherwise I might need some new knees. I'm now approaching the SMP Most, or UFO bridge, which links Bratislava city centre across the Danube to the Petržalka area of the city. And not just that, but it acts as an important travel route given the city's proximity to the Austrian border. Given its height and UFO-like structure, it also acts as an important landmark in the city. And at the top of that flying saucer you can find a restaurant or just a place to view across the city. Just next to the bridge, there's this lovely little park, a nice little seating area here, with what looks like a little venue where people might do performances in the summer. I'm now making my way towards Petržalka, one of the largest and most densely populated housing estates in Central Europe that was built during the communist era. Quite like old Petržalka, despite its urban feel, it also has a lot of green space. It feels quite peaceful. I could quite imagine living in one of these yellow flats. Like, just look at this tree. Is it a willow tree? I need to improve my tree knowledge, but you definitely wouldn't see any of these trees in housing estates in the UK. It's very impressive. It looks like it should be by a river in the countryside, rather than one of the most densely populated housing estates in Central Europe. Yeah, how many people do you know who go on holiday and film trees in housing estates? People on YouTube tend to film videos like solo in the most dangerous hood in this country. Whereas I feel like I'm solo in the nicest housing estate in Bratislava. It's lovely here. As soon as I said that, a youth started playing gangster rap, or I presume gangster rap. Gangster Slovakian rap to Slovaks rap, probably. Just to put me slightly on edge. I think there's a school here in the middle of the estate. as well as an 11-a-side football pitch. This is a rather nice place, isn't it? I wonder if I can move in. Anyone got any spare rooms? Like I was saying earlier, although it feels very urban, it's also very green. Check out this lovely little park. Well, hello, little dog. So you've got the cutest, quietest dogs in the whole of Europe. It's very impressive. If that was in Bulgaria, the dog would have screamed at me or yapped at me about 100 times before it even got close. Seems quite well kept. Doesn't seem run down like in other Eastern European countries you might go to. You might visit an estate and it seems a bit run down, maybe a bit more dodgy. However, the residents here seem very friendly and it seems very well kept. Also, the light colours of the apartments also add a nice feel to the place. Of course I'm saying this, but this is just my perspective from visiting this one estate in the whole of the borough. Maybe when nighttime comes it changes, maybe on another day it'll be completely different, but from right now and today and this evening it seems very pleasant. These light colours as well, the orange, green, yellow, reds, they make for more of a welcoming environment as well, rather than just the stark white blocks that we might have in the UK. It's like if Balamory did housing estates. This is what it'd look like. Maybe not to the extent of Balamory, but it definitely features a lot of light, bright colours. I'm saying all these nice, pleasant things about Petržalka, but that's probably a cue for me to get my camera or phone snatched. Of all the things I've seen today, this is the most disturbing. It's like a weird cockroach amphibian. Feels like the most wholesome estate I've ever visited. The colours, the relaxed atmosphere, the greenery, the river here. People talk about no-go zones in the UK and in London. I wonder here in this estate if there are any no-go zones, if there's certain areas that are more dodgy than others. Probably. However, seemingly we wouldn't be able to tell just from these lovely brightly coloured houses and friendly, calm people. It actually seems like a very nice place to live, old Petržalka. I'm sure people's quality of life is quite high here. And it's not what you first expect when you think of an estate. At least in the UK, there are certain negative connotations when you think about an estate, maybe related to crime. However here, everything seems quite peaceful. People seem to live a good quality of life. Well, that's it from me in old Petržalka, aka the nicest estate in the whole of Europe. At least it's the estate with the friendliest colours. I had different expectations of visiting the most densely populated and largest communist era estate in the whole of Central Europe. It's totally different than what I imagined. It's far more relaxed and peaceful. It's different. I thought there'd be more of an edge here, something a bit more scary, something a bit more dodgy, but no, it feels safe, it feels fine. Dare I say, it feels like home. Maybe I'll get my own flat here.